Alright, Southern Soul fam, this is going to be a private reading for number 22. Um, Number 22's birthday is 7/28 of 75. She is a Cancer. She is wanting to know about her father. He passed away in March of 2017. His birthday is also 7/20 of 1953, which makes him a Cancer as well, which would explain their close connection. Um, and that might be, I don't know if you psychically sometimes can, if you, if your sign's very intuitive and psychic. So, I have the feeling to want to say that when you have a dream or when you think you smell him or when you think that you feel it is him. I feel like he wanted me to tell you that, and I don't know if y'all had, if you possess an ability of some sort, but at least between you and him you do, because like I said, you are both Cancers and that is your father, so there is a connection. um But to get back to the rest of it, your husband is an Aquarius. You've been feeling lost and a bit depressed since your father passed. Um, and I also get the feeling that you're not eating properly since he passed, and not in the sense of like you're trying not to eat properly, in the sense of like when you're so stressed out. Like, for example, we had mentioned the mutual friend who set us up with this reading, um, that you had went to X-ray school. So when you were in clinicals, kind of like when I was, I'm pretty sure there was times that you probably forgot to eat certain days. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like right now. It's like you just get depressed, you feel down, and you don't remember to eat. So you're gonna have to kind of remind yourself to eat a little bit, and drink water or eat fruits with lots of water. Watermelon, cantaloupe, pineapple, anything like that. Just to give you the electrolytes in this stuff, because I feel, at least I don't know how much water you're drinking on a normal basis, and I know I said this with your friends reading also, but I also get the same feeling for you. There's not enough um, fresh water flushing your system at this point, which is keeping you kind of in that down, feeling depressed stage. And then going for a walk, even 5 minutes out of the day, if you have, as long as you don't have like, bad knees or bad feet or anything like that where it's going to cause a problem later on, that's something I would definitely recommend too. Just getting out of the house besides work. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're going to do the first row for the whenever your father passed, and see what card comes out that he wants to show you. Alright, so yeah, your father is with you, and he wants you to know that because he shows you the Chariot. The Chariot in the tarot is known for the Cancer sign, zodiac sign. So that is both of your signs right there. So he is letting you know that y'all are permanently connected no matter where he is and no matter what movement. Like I said, this is cement, so it is solid. You cannot destroy it. You are his, I would look to think that now from the other side, this is kind of how he views you. He is keeping you high and safe with these pillars underneath him of both dark and light to banish both. So yeah, I think he's just letting you know he's there, he's watching, and that he is there, and that y'all are still connected. If you have dreams, it's very much coming from him, or any smells or scents, because again, Pisces or Cancers and Scorpios are very intuitive because of the water, the flowing. So he just wants to let you know when those times too, when you think that you're hearing him or maybe dreaming about him, smelling him, you are. It is actually him, is what he's saying. So, and then after that, I just pulled out the Strength card. So he wants you to have strength. If it was in reverse, he'd be saying you have no strength. So what he's saying is that you are strong, and that he knows you are strong, that he raised you to be strong. So that you will be okay on your own, until y'all come to the point where it's your exit point and y'all meet again. But until then, he wants you to know. He doesn't want you to forget to enjoy what's here. Don't forget to enjoy the people around you, because they can be gone at any moment, and unfortunately you've learned that, by losing your father, and it's been hard for you. So he just, like I said, he just wants you to enjoy life, like daily life. So also the Two of Pentacles came out in reverse underneath Strength. So I think you, like you said, it around the time he died, I feel like you were having probably having an issue trying to balance out two different things. That could have been maybe work or relationship or your father. Just one moment, please. I have someone knocking at the door. Actually, that was just my neighbor's door. They were knocking so hard it sounded like my door. So again, at the moment, with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, right when he passed, I think you were just looking at these two things and you were making a decision on which out of these two did you want to put most of your time and focus into, so that you could, move on the best that you could with the passing of your father. I'm not sure. I get more of like a relationship with someone else and your father you were trying to balance. So let's see what comes out for now, like how you're feeling now and what's affecting that. That's way too many cards. Please just give me one, Spirit. How are you feeling? All right. Currently, you're in the Five of Pentacles. So that's not like the worst that you could be in, to be honest. Because if it was the other way around, that means you would be feeling completely out in the cold. So the fact that you have the Five of Pentacles means that you're starting to feel. Now that would be what now? So what, 3 years now it's been since your father's passed. Yeah, so I would just think that maybe, like I said, you're starting to just be able to, I don't want to say it's getting easier, but you've come to accept it for what it is. And so that's showing, like I said, it's just good to be coming out of the cold, basically. You don't want the card to be reversed, because then there would be a bigger problem, and you don't, and because, not a bigger problem, but, basically, the card reverse is like poverty and things like that. Poverty, depression, stuff like that. So, but like I said, the card is in reverse, so that, technically you should be coming out of that. And we're going to clarify that, so we'll see why it's in reverse. But you also do have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So the King of Pentacles in reverse is kind of not interested, but he is looking at you as the Strength card and the Chariot. So, whoever the Pentacles is in your life, that energy, they could just have a lot of earth in their chart, because I don't have any earth on my in my notes that are connected to you. But if someone that has a lot of earth in their chart, they seem to right now be a little bit cold and distant, and to themselves, because that's usually how the King of Pentacles is. They kind of like, when they don't want to be bothered anymore, or they're not feeling something, they kind of just disappear, and you don't really hear much from them. Let's see what else is causing you to feel the way that you're feeling currently, and what you need to know. I'm taking this with the Eight of Cups, that you are walking away from, you're attempting to walk away from those feelings. Excuse me. You don't enjoy being in that energy. Like I said, your father's trying to push you out of that energy with the Strength card and the Pentacles by making the decision. He wants you to decide to be happy and move on, and that sometimes things don't go as we planned, but it was meant to go that way for a reason. And later on, once we pass, or even maybe, we'll find out why it happened the way it happened. So let's see about your future. How's your future going to go? You have the Three of Pentacles, which means you're going to have to work with I said you got a lot of earth on here. So you have to have, I don't know if it's you with the earth in the chart or somebody else has it. It might be your husband. I'm not sure. because that's the other man playing the role in your part. But that's basically three people or three things working together. So that could be you and him working together on a project, a career, or working towards something like that to grow. But it is a good card. So that's a good card for you to have for the future. Now here's your husband. And so, yeah, this is what I think. I said, y'all, it would probably be you and your husband working together, because this is the King of Swords, and he is underneath the Three of Pentacles. So he is looking at the King of Pentacles in reverse, kind of like, get out of the way, I'm fixing it. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's another male in the somewhere in, maybe like a family member or a cousin or uncle, but it seems like they want to cause a problem. Yeah. So I'm so sorry. Texas has horrible allergies right now. But the Five of Wands come out. Now, to me, the Five of Wands is like children bickering. And I think with the King of Swords, which I would say is your husband here, you can tell he seems like he's a little bit PO'd with the situation and over it. Whatever is happening currently. And he's ready to bicker it out with them if he has to. Like I said, I'm not sure if that is correct, or maybe I'm picking up that somebody's doing that to him, or maybe you and he doesn't like it. I don't know. But I do feel that there was him are working together with somebody else to end a problem. That's what I feel like, by what I'm seeing towards the near future. And so let's go back to the Chariot with your father when he passed, because now we're going to clarify. So when your father passed on the Chariot, to him, it was a new start. It was a new cycle. It was the sun. So it's like kind of like life. So it was like the passing of a life, but the starting of a new one for him on the other side, I feel like. Now it has the baby here, but I think that he's also showing me that card for you, because he wants you to show just because he passed doesn't mean that life has to stop there. Life continues to keep growing even after you pass. So, like, we're all going to pass eventually. I don't want to say unfortunately, because I'm scared too, but yeah, it's just something that's natural, and it's just unknown. But he doesn't want you to feel as if it's some black void after. It's not at all. It's not that way at all. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, and that's what that card is showing you. Life is beautiful, and it comes in all forms. So the King of Swords is next to that. So there's your husband again. He helped you get through the death of your father, from being upright, from what I can see. Now, he seems very strong. He's sitting on cement, and he's got his sword. So he is making sure that no one is coming near you, and that nobody is going to shake you. But he will not put up with it. But he will be very supportive, emotionally, intellectually. The King of Swords is very intellectually good with their words, and good at solving a situation, and making the best out of it. Now, with the Two of Pentacles underneath it, reversed, that means you were making a decision. You're making a solid decision with the Emperor card. Now, that's going to represent Aries. That's a fire sign. So, yeah, so right, immediately after when you made your decision, you were very serious about it, you stuck with it, and I feel like it was a decision that maybe I don't know if there was something between the family, because usually that, or it's your father's energy coming in, helping you to make the decision, but I don't know. I don't know if it's your father coming in to help you make the decision, or there was a decision the family was trying to make, and your husband stepped in to help you and stand strong in that, and that's where the Emperor is coming through. But I feel the Emperor is a bit from your father and your husband. I felt that you needed the help at the time for some reason. And I don't know, though. That's just what I feel like. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see what that is about for the current. Because you don't feel like you have any victory right now. You have the Six of Wands reversed because you don't feel like I said, you feel just like things didn't go the way you planned, and you're down and out, right? So you just feel like you expected your life to be a different way, or go a different way at this point, and you definitely didn't expect your father to not be part of it. So that's why I think it's reversed, and that's why I think maybe the King of Pentacles underneath it is reversed. because, or like I said, maybe they're not so negative. Maybe they're more well, no, I think they still were negative. I think maybe that they were kind of like, you need to get over it maybe a little bit too soon. I'm sorry. And maybe that's why your husband was upset with them also. Let's see. Yeah, because the Ten of Cups is over it, and you have the King of Wands looking at the Ten of Cups right across. So he's looking directly at it. So he's pushing the King of Pentacles energy and the King in reverse to turn into the Ten of Cups. So soon things will be turning around, and it will be an emotional turnaround, and it will be a good one. Now, walking away with the Eight of Cups from those feelings of heartbreak from losing your father and loneliness and that void of feeling, you're gonna come out of that, like, because I think at first you were probably not accepting of it, and then it was almost like nobody understood how you felt, but now you're coming out of that swords feeling, like I said, and that's also your husband's energy, so he's coming out of it with you. I think y'all both kind of had the same feelings about it. So, I am so sorry. I need to get water, but I forgot to get it out of my car. But, we're on the last row here. And, this is going to be a Three of Pentacles for y'all currently working together. Yeah, y'all currently working together to grow something. These are, pentacles, which are like seeds. Like, you're planting seeds to grow something. And see how fruitful the pentacles are. They got beautiful colors. They're rich. He's there watching it, and he is harvesting his pentacles. He's going to make sure that they grow, and he's going to stand there and watch them and take care of them and make sure just like they're babies. So, yeah, in the future, you'll have a very good harvest coming. And yeah, here's the Nine of Pentacles going over the top of your husband. As I said, I think you might have a bit of earth, or he might have a bit of earth, but showing that there's an independence in y'all's relationship, but it works out for y'all. That's how I feel. I do feel like maybe sometimes you might want a little bit more one-on-one time, but air signs kind of, they're not, they're really not homebodies. I mean, some can be, but the ones I've known never were. At least not till they were way older. And now with the Five of Wands being upright, you have Temperance coming out. Now, Temperance is going to come out to bring out balance. It's going to bring out balance, and I'll get the card back actually to show you. It's going to bring out balance within the mind and within the emotions with the cups. I don't know why I have my fingers behind here, because you cannot see behind the camera. And I apologize. I was at work opening boxes, so my nails look like horrid. But with the mind, you see the third eye is opening up. With the cups, you see they're pouring out equal amount of emotions. And with the water, that is life and emotion. And then down here, you see the crown. So, I would have to say that in the future, you are, well, in the recent past, yes, you did lose your father, but he wants you to realize that there still is life in many other ways, whether it be animal form, person, plant. There's things in life to still enjoy, and he wants you to enjoy them. Your husband wants you to know he is there to be your strength when you don't have it, or if you feel like you can't keep it up on your own. Now, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Emperor holding on to that decision, and he's going to make sure that nobody tries to move it or sway it any way with this cement block. You are coming out of the Five of Pentacles with the Six of Wands, both of them reversed, because you were feeling as if things weren't going your way, and it made you feel as if you didn't belong, or that just bad things just kept happening to you, and it made you feel defeated. Now, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, it was somebody who was coming off maybe a bit cold, or trying to, I get coming off cold, but it could have, because it's reversed, like I said, so which means he really didn't have much to do with it, but he did bring in a 10 of Cups energy, which means, and that's current. So, whoever the King of Pentacles was, or maybe, like I said, it could have been something in either one of your charts. Maybe that either one of y'all were taking on that energy at the time, but once y'all came out of that energy, you came back into the Ten of Cups, and that could have been in between your relationship possibly. So y'all decided to walk away from that together and put the swords down and just go on and move on, and y'all have done that, and y'all have worked together with the Three of Pentacles. Now you've planted your harvest, you're waiting for it to grow. Your husband is watching the happy home to make sure it stays that way, and then y'all will harvest your pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. The Five of Wands tries to show up with a little bit of bickering maybe here and there again once the pentacles come out, probably over more or less what to do with them or how to invest them, things like that, I feel. Again, I greatly apologize for the coffee. But with the Five of Wands, you had Temperance come out. So it is temperancing that energy. So even though it does come out in the future, it's temperanced by Temperance. So again, PR number 22, this is going to be your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some type of insight and answers into the things that you were wondering about. If there is anything that you have any questions about or need clarification on, you can go ahead and email me back whenever I email you the code or after you watch the video, and I can go ahead and answer those questions for you. But once again, I want to thank you so much for choosing me to do your reading. It's very flattering, and like I said, it's a great feeling to have someone choose you to do something so personal for them. So, again, I hope this helped and helped give you some insight, basically. So, I will I hope, talking to you again soon. And if not, I hope that I hope this gave you some insight. You have a great day, PR number 22, and thank you again.